Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 12th to the 18th of September 2022. Now, there's not actually very much activity going on the surface this week, so we've got a chance to soak up, harness and apply the comings and goings on a deeper level. So we'll go through some of those and how we can actually embody and work with the energies. So to begin with, we know that we've got Mercury retrograde until the 2nd of October, and that's going from 8 degrees Libra into Virgo 24. But we're in the Libra phase now, the retrograde on the Libra phase, and that will be focusing on our relationship with source, self and other. So there's a lot of self-worth and rebalancing can be got from this energy. And depending on which house it's in your chart and any natal planets, then you'll be able to see what relationship we're talking about here and how that might apply to you. So for anybody that's got that in the 7th house, that will be actual one-to-one relationships. And don't forget that means business partners, suppliers, anybody that we work with one-to-one, as well as the more romantic relationships. If you have that in the 4th house, that would be reinventing yourself, coming out of the family group, the nest, the psychology, and actually getting to know your true self, which is often a very big part of our journey to integrity. And if, for example, you've got that in the 12th house, then you might start to see some evidence of past life relationships coming forwards. As we're wrapping all of those up now, but the people that we're most attracted to and we most resonate with, or have the most friction with, can often be relationships that are continuing on in a different form from past lives. So there's many examples there, but wherever this is happening for you, then it's to find that balance, to know yourself, to be authentic in yourself, to know your higher self, raise your consciousness in that respect so we don't get caught up in the psychological drama, attachment and projection. But then also that can bring in a bigger picture and smooth out any issues with one-to-one relationships where we've thought that they represented one thing, but once we observe and look again, revise during the retrograde, we can see, actually this is a contract that's about something completely different. So if we attend to our own part of that contract, then those situations tend to either dissolve or become harmonious, depending on the circumstances. So Mercury retrograde, helping us change our mind, change our perspective, and in this case, rebalance our relationships on every level. Also in the background, we have Mars getting ready to retrograde. So lots of forwards and backwards energy at this time of year. And we're heading into a Mars retrograde in Gemini. That begins on Halloween, on the 31st of October, but we're in the first phase now, as this will be going from 8 degrees back to 25 degrees. Which are very similar degrees to the Mercury retrograde, and again in an air sign. So this will take us through from Halloween to January the 13th, but we're in the beginning phase now, so what does that mean? Well, Mars is going to bring up irritation, hot-headedness, any repressed anger, show us the use of our energy. Is it splayed all over the place? Do we need to simplify more? Are we working from old goals and wish lists that even if we achieved them, we wouldn't have the satisfaction that we're searching for? So to go back inwards and re-fire up our true motivation to make sure that we're on course. And Gemini is another example of one-to-one interactions with others, can be siblings in this instance as well, can be how we communicate. So a really good practice over the next couple of weeks would be to have a look at how you communicate, how you're coming across. Gemini is a mental sign, so we can notice when we get hot-headed or irritated. But largely this will be a real long haul through most of Gemini, so looking where that is in your chart, you'll be able to see where this energy can be harnessed and worked with. But there's a sense of focusing the mind, the intent, coming from core motivation, and allowing irritations to teach us, allowing repressed anger to come up, as all of these energies working together are very, very healing. So for example, a repressed anger that comes up with Mars can be looked at again through a new perspective with Mercury as we rebalance the relationship, as we realise it's something in us that's coming up. Don't need to blame the other person. So that's Mercury retrograde and Mars about to turn retrograde. And also we've got a couple of things coming up, which is direct motion. So we've got Pluto, as I've spoken about in the last couple of weeks, getting ready to go direct on the 9th of October. In the last degrees of Capricorn, we're feeling the rumblings of what that might be bringing on, heading towards a really stellar date of January the 21st, 2024. So this is deep alchemy and purpose. This is divine and soulful, having taken ourselves apart, simplified, now starting to see a way ahead that's strong and clear. And this is lit up this week because we've got some very good harmonics with the Sun. So the Sun's making a good harmonic to Pluto, lighting up that inner knowing, activating the alchemy, and also making a positive aspect to Uranus, which is our uniqueness, our independence, and our mission really, that we've come back here at this time to ignite, to find the vibration of, and contribute. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehind7@gmail.com. You can look at your personal chart with respect to what's going on now, the energies that you can harness coming up, and any issues that you might have regarding relationships or self-worth or health or direction. There are many, many aspects to an astrology reading, and every single one is customised, recorded MP3, and I include tarot as well. If you'd like to learn this for yourself, then Tarot, Astrology, Numerology are great studies, especially through the winter months, and as we head to that 2024 big change in consciousness, you may want to get to know your soul plan, your chart. It's your design, it's your vibrational frequency, and that's really going to help you get to know your uniqueness, being able to find your true expression and purpose. If you'd like coaching, to go into blocks, to break patterns, even looking at past lives, then I'm available for that too. And if you're not sure what you want, I'm also available for a phone call to help you create something that's just right for you. So do email me, zoehind7@gmail.com. If you'd like me to be part of any of events, that's not just giving astrology readings and tarot readings, but maybe speaking at an event or giving a workshop or interviews, then I'm available for those as well, because it all helps to make sense of these great and fine old arts that have been so twisted and ridiculed over the centuries, and reach out to a wider audience. So wishing you a wonderful and calm week. Go deep, seek within during the month of Virgo, the Hermit. Take that light inwards. There's lots of cleansing and healing and rejuvenating that's available at this time, and it seems like very little distractions if we don't get caught up in the outside world. So wishing you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.